Hey, blessings morning, Grateful Glad family. Hope everybody having a great hump day so far. Y'all know what today is. Today is Wellness Wednesday. Have some excited topic to speak about that I think that'll definitely benefit a lot of individuals, especially myself. This is something I battled with in my life, and just really trying to continue to take take control of it and just really better myself in this category. The daily verse for the day of October 5th, 2022, derives from the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 20, and it states as follows. He which testifieth these things saith, Surely I come quickly. Amen. Even so, come Lord Jesus. And again, it's from the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 20. And so this morning for Wellness Wednesday, I'll be receiving my information from, it is the, trying to find this website. Phone kind of going in and out here. But this morning topic is going to be controlling anger before it controls you. And again, this is just, a healthy guide to being able to, again, control our anger before it, consumes us, and we're not able to, think clearly and just, focus on bettering ourselves. So we all know what anger is, and we've all felt it, whether as fleeting annoyance or as full-fledged rage. Anger is completely normal, usually healthy human emotion, but when it gets out of control and turns destructive, it can lead to problems. What is anger? The nature of anger. Anger is an emotional state that varies in intensity from mild irritation to intense fury and rage, according to Charles Spielberger, PhD, a psychologist, who specializes in the study of anger. Like other emotions, it is accompanied by psychological and biological changes. When you get angry, your heart rate and blood pressure go up, as do the levels of your energy hormones, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. Anger can be caused by both external and internal events. You could be angry at a specific person, such as a coworker or supervisor, or event, a traffic jam, a canceled flight, or anger could be caused by worrying or brooding about your personal problems. Memories of traumatic or enraging events can also trigger angry feelings. Expressing anger. The instinctive, natural way to express anger is to respond aggressively. Anger is a natural adaptive response to threats. It inspires powerful, often aggressive feelings and behaviors, which also use to fight and to defend ourselves when we are attacked. A certain amount of anger, therefore, is necessary to our survival. On the other hand, we can't physically lash out at every person or object that irritates or annoys us. Laws, social norms, and common sense place limits on how far our anger can take us. People use a variety of both conscious and unconscious processes to deal with their anger feelings. The three main approaches are expressing, suppressing, and calming. Expressing your anger feelings in an assertive, not aggressive manner is the healthiest way to express anger. To do this, you have to learn how to make clear what your needs are and how to get them met without hurting others. Being assertive doesn't mean being pushy or demanding. It means being respectful of yourself and others. Anger can be suppressed and then converted or redirected. This happens when you hold in your anger, stop thinking about it, and focus on something positive. The aim is to inhibit or suppress your anger and convert it into more constructive behavior. The danger in this type of response is that if it isn't allowed outward expression, your anger can turn inward on yourself. Anger turned inward may cause hypertension, high blood pressure, or depression. Unexpressed anger can create other problems. It can lead to pathological expressions of anger, such as passive-aggressive behavior, getting back at people indirectly without telling them the why rather than confronting them head on, or a personality that seems perpetually cynical, and hostile. People who are constantly putting others down, criticizing everything, and making cynical comments haven't learned how to constructively express their anger. Finally, you can calm down inside. This means not just controlling your outward behavior, but also controlling your internal responses, taking steps to lower your heart rate, calm yourself down, and let the feelings subside. Anger management. The goal of anger management is to reduce both your emotional feelings and the psychological arousal that anger causes. You can't get rid of or avoid the things or the people that enrage you, nor can you change them, but you can learn to control your reactions. Are you too angry? There are psychological tests that measure the intensity of angry feelings, how prone to anger you are, and how well you handle it. But chances are good that if you do have a problem with anger, you already know it. If you find yourself acting in ways that seem out of control and frightening, you might need help finding better ways to deal with this emotion. So, again, is it good to let it all hang out? Psychologists now say that this is a dangerous myth. Some people use this theory as a license to hurt others. Research has found that letting it rip with anger actually escalates anger and aggression and does nothing to help you. Strategy to keep angry at bay. Relaxation. Simple relaxation tools such as deep breathing and relaxing imagery can help calm down angry feelings. There are books and courses that can teach you relaxation techniques, and once you learn the techniques, you can call upon them in any situation. Cognitive reconstructing. Simply put, this means changing the way you think. Angry people tend to curse, swear, or speak in highly colorful terms that reflect their inner thoughts. When you're angry, your thinking can get very exaggerated and overly dramatic. Try replacing these thoughts with more rational ones. For instance, instead of telling yourself, "Oh, it's awful, it's terrible, everything's ruined," to yourself, "It's frustrating and it's understandable that I'm upset about it, but it's not the end of the world, and getting angry is not going to fix it anyhow or change it." So, problem solving. Sometimes our anger and frustration are caused by very real and inescapable problems in our lives. Not all anger is misplaced and often is a healthy, natural response to these difficulties. There is also a cultural belief that every problem has a solution, and it adds to our frustration to find out that it isn't always the case. The best attitude to bring to such a situation then is not to focus on finding the solution, but rather how you handle and face the problem. Better communication. Angry people tend to jump to and act on conclusions, and some of those conclusions can be very inaccurate. The first thing to do if you're in a heated discussion is slow down and think through your responses. Don't say the first thing that comes into your head, but slow down and think carefully about what you want to say. At the same time, listen carefully to what the other person is saying and take your time before answering. Using humor. Silly humor can help diffuse rage in a number of ways. For one thing, it can help you get a more balanced perspective when you get angry and call someone a name or refer to them in some imaginative phrase. Stop and picture what that word literally looked like. If you're at work and you think of a coworker as a dirtbag or a single-cell life form, for example, picture a large bag full of dirt sitting at your colleague's desk, talking on the phone, going to meetings. Do this whenever a name comes into your head about another person. If you can draw a picture of what the actual thing may look like, this will take a lot of the edge off your fury. And humor can always be relied on to help unknot a tense situation. Changing your environment. Sometimes it's our immediate surroundings that give us cause for irritation and fury. Problems and responsibilities can weigh on you and make you feel angry at the trap you seem to have fallen into and all the people and things that form that trap. Some other tips for easing up on yourself. Timing. If you and your spouse tend to fight when you discuss things at night, Perhaps you're tired or distracted, or maybe it's just habit. Try changing the times when you talk about important matters so these talks don't turn into arguments. Avoidance. If your child's chaotic room makes you furious every time you walk by it, shut the door. Don't make yourself look at what infuriates you. Don't say, well, my child should clean up the room so I won't have to be angry. That's not the point. The point is to keep yourself calm. And last but not least, do you need counseling? If you feel that your anger is really out of control, if it is having an impact on your relationships and on important parts of your life, you might consider counseling to learn how to handle it better. A psychologist or other licensed mental health professional can work with you in developing a range of techniques for changing your thinking and your behavior. So again, y'all, I received this information from, I saw the website last night. Give me 1 second. APA, what the fuck does that mean? Let me see, hold on. One moment, y'all, so I can let y'all know. Okay, and I got this from APA.org. Again, that is alpha.org. And this is a scientific, doctor research organization. And again, the topic I spoke on today was control anger before it controls you. And again, you can read this information from APA.org. Great read. It's a full 14-minute read. I broke it up bits and pieces of the parts to see specifically what I wanted to read out of there. But again, I definitely appreciate y'all love and support. I just received an email this morning about my podcast performing in a whole different country. I was currently in the top 250 and the top 60 in different categories in the country of India. So I really appreciate that support out there. A new country. I'm looking forward to, again, continue to see the growth of my podcast. But again, I appreciate all the love and support from everybody who's been following me so far and supporting me. I really appreciate it again. Y'all check me out on Instagram, Grateful Gap Podcast. Y'all check me out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any major podcast platform you can check me out. I will be starting to release some content on YouTube going forward here. I'm looking to find out how to get this stuff situated and get it uploaded. But be on the lookout for that. When I get this stuff situated, I will be letting y'all know go check me out over there. But until next time, y'all, again, I really appreciate the love and support. Y'all enjoy your hump day. It's the winter or the fall time is approaching. Y'all stay warm, stay hydrated, and y'all be easy out there. Until next time, y'all. Peace.